No, I'm Shannon Thrasher, and this is 30-Second Tactics. All right, so today we're going to talk about the M1 Garand and why it would make an amazing patrol rifle for modern police. Spoiler alert, it wouldn't. If you're not familiar with M1 Garand, it's an old World War II gun. I believe it was Patton or Churchill or one of those guys that said it was like the single greatest implement of war ever invented to that time. Without going into super nerdy detail on it, we were using this the same time the Germans were still using a bolt action gun. So 5-shot bolt action versus 8-shot semi-automatic gave us quite an advantage. But anyway, moving to modern times, why would this be really cool for a patrol rifle and why wouldn't it? Well, I'm gonna go with it wouldn't, even though it's an amazing rifle and I love it. There's a couple of big points besides the fact that it's big and huge and heavy and shoots a 30-06 round, which would go through the entire trailer park when you were trying to shoot the bad guy. There's a couple of major things where it's going to vary from your typical modern patrol rifle, some sort of AR variant. So how do we normally carry the AR? You might hear it called cruiser ready or patrol ready or something like that, with typically loaded magazine and the weapon empty chamber, weapon on safe. Well, the way the Garand loads, doesn't actually use a magazine. It's used what's called an in-block clip, and the whole clip goes in and then the first round is chambered. So it's not impossible to carry this loaded with an empty chamber, but it's very difficult to make it work. You have to basically take one round out, push it down, thumb thing. So it's not designed that way and it's not practical. Another problem by modern safety standards is this is the safety. So that's on safe, and pushed forward, that's on fire. That's a very positive, very easy to operate, very tactile safety. But if you'll notice, look how close it is to the trigger. This does not go with modern safety standards of let's have our finger literally touching the trigger while we're taking the safety off. So this was designed way back in the day, and if you look at a little hole, what they would do is put a little lock or a little wire through that when it was on the weapons rack, and that kept it secure, and that made it impossible to take the safety off when it was in the rack. That's why that was designed that way. And it worked fine for the times, but again, modern times, way different. So you may have heard of a thing called M1 thumb, and I'm gonna put my earmuffs down and maybe start talking too loud because I'm about to shoot. And I don't wanna forget my earmuffs when I'm shooting a 30-06. But there's an old thing called M1 thumb where supposedly when you loaded this, you'd accidentally catch your thumb in here and it would hurt. I've shot at least a dozen of these, thousands of rounds over the years. I've never had that happen. I don't think it's as big a deal as they make it sound out. But basically the way you load it, you take the in-block clip, and you put it right in the top here, and you push it down. And if you do it just like this, notice my hand is in the way of the charging handle. So even if it would slip forward, which it usually won't, see how it didn't? But even if it did, with my thumb in there, my hand would catch it. So when you like that, then give it a little, now it's loaded. So again, safety on, safety off. Hate to do a gun video without some shooting, so we'll shoot a couple. And then if you want to unload it before you're done, this little button on the side right here, you pull it open, push this, and that will eject what's left of your in-block clip. So, cool gun, belongs to a friend of mine. I had an opportunity to shoot it and show it off for the video, so why not? Kind of lighthearted review of whether or not it's a good patrol rifle. Obviously, for a lot of reasons, it would be a terrible patrol rifle, but still a fun gun, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So as always, guys, work, train, repeat. Stay safe.